Are you trying to figure out when SSDI payments will be made for 2024? Do you want to know when your payment will hit your bank account by month? Well, this entire video is dedicated to walking you through the payment schedule for 2024 and letting you know by each month when you should expect to receive your payment. So let's get right into it. Before I begin, I am going to talk to you about the COLA, the cost of living increase that just happened, and give you the average SSDI payments for 2024. And then I'm going to walk you through the payment schedule and then give you the payment dates by month. And then at the end of this video, very important, I am going to share with you some SSDI news updates, including overpayment letters that are about to go out from the Social Security Administration because they are trying to collect 21.6 billion in overpayments that have been made mainly to disability beneficiaries. And then some news about 2025 COLA, where it is expected to even be much, much lower than the 3.2% that was just announced. If you are new to this channel, I want to urge you to hit the subscribe button because all we do here is give you the latest news and updates about anything that is in and out of Congress that may affect your SSDI benefits. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the COLA. As you all know, the COLA was announced recently at 3.2%. For a lot of people, this was disappointing because from 8.7% last year, this year's COLA is just 3.2%. And if you look at the rate of inflation and how prices have gone up for a lot of things, including food, medicine, healthcare, transportation, clothing, a lot of people are commenting that the 3.2% was just not enough. So what does that mean for you? Well, here is what the average benefits look like. If you look on this chart for SSDI, the average benefit per month moves from 1,483 to 1,537. That is the average SSDI benefit for an individual, which is an increase of $54 per month. Now, that may not be a lot, but that is the increase that you're getting next month. That's why a lot of people are disappointed by the COLA increase that just came out. So let's talk about payment schedule. How does this SSDI payment schedules work? Well, SSDI and Social Security retirement benefits are on the same schedule. They are paid based on your birth date and on a specific Wednesday of the month. So if your birthday is between the 1st and the 10th, you are going to get your SSDI benefits on the second Wednesday of the month. If your birthday is on the 11th to the 20th, you're going to get your SSDI benefits on the third Wednesday of the month. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, you're going to get your SSDI benefits on the fourth Wednesday of the month, unless that specific Wednesday falls on a holiday, at which point your benefits are going to be paid the business day before, which is usually a Tuesday. So now that is how your schedule is going to work. So now let's walk through each month's payment schedule starting with January 2024. Well, in January, you're going to get your payments on January 10th, the 17th, and 24th, depending on your birthday. So if your birthday falls between the 1st or the 10th, you're going to get your benefits on January 10th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you're going to get it on January 17th. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, you're going to get it on January 24th. So now that you know how the payment schedule works, we can walk through the rest. In February, your payments are going to be made on Wednesday, the 14th, the 21st, and then 28th, depending on what your birthday falls between. In March, SSDI benefits are going to be paid on the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th, again, depending on when your birthday falls. In April, SSDI payments are going to be made on the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th, depending on your birthday. And then let's look at May. On May 2024, your SSDI payments are going to be sent on May 8th, May 15th, and May 22nd, depending on your birthday. And then now let's look at June. In June, if your birthday is between the 1st and the 10th, you're going to get your benefit on June 12th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, it's going to be on Tuesday, June 18th. This is a different change because the Wednesday, June 19th, which was when the payment should have been sent, is a holiday. So your payment will be made the day before, which is Tuesday, June the 18th. And if your birthday is between June 21st and 30th, then you're going to get your benefits on Wednesday, June 26th. So the only change in June is that the payment that was supposed to come on June 19th will come a day earlier on June 18th, which is a Tuesday. In July, your payments will come as normal on July 10th, July 17th, and July 24th. In August, payments will be sent on July 14th, July 21st, and July 28th, depending on your birthday. In September, payments will be sent on September 11th, September 18th, and September 25th, depending on your birthday. And then in October, SSDI payments are going to be made on October 9th, October 16th, and October 23rd. And then let's move to November. November is going to be paid on November 13th, November 20th, and November 27th, depending on your birthday. And then lastly, in December, December payments are going to be made if your birthday is between the 1st and the 10th, you're going to get your payments on December 11th. If it's between the 11th and the 20th, your payments will come on December 18th. And if it's between the 21st and 31st of December, your payment is going to actually come a day earlier on December 24th, because the original date, Wednesday, December 25th, is obviously a holiday, is Christmas Day. So your payment is going to come early. So that is the payment schedule for the year. If you don't get your benefits, I am going to share with you what you need to do. And then I'm going to also talk about the two SSDI news updates about overpayment and COLA that I want to share with you shortly. So if you don't receive your benefits, here is what you can do. First, if for whatever reason your benefits don't come in, wait 3 additional days before you call the Social Security Administration. It may be a technology error, it may be something related to the bank, so it's best to wait 3 additional business days. If after those 3 additional business days you don't receive your payment, then something is obviously wrong. Call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213. You can also log in online. One of the issues that may happen is that you may owe overpayment, where the Social Security Administration has sent you more money than you were eligible for, so they are holding your entire SSI benefits for a while until your overpayment is paid. Or they may have canceled your payment because you may have violated an SSI rule. So you can log in to see online or call Social Security Administration to find out what was going on with your payment. So now let's talk about the news update that I'm waiting to share with you. The first one is Social Security disability overpayments. So what is overpayment? Well, the Social Security Administration, usually sends you payment that you're eligible for. But sometimes you have reporting requirements that you're supposed to make regarding if you're working, if your financial situation has changed, if you've inherited some money, if you want some money. There's so many things that you're required to report if your income changes and you have more resources above the resources threshold. A lot of people fail to do this, or they don't report accurately. So they begin to get into a situation where they owe money to the Social Security Administration because they got more money than they should have gotten in SSDI payments. So that is what overpayment is about. So typically, what happens is that people find out they owe money when they get a letter in the mail and they realize that they have been getting overpayment for months and years without knowing. And so usually you get an amount of thousands and thousands of dollars that the Social Security Administration is asking you to pay back within 30 days. And if you don't pay it back, if you're on SSDI, they're going to take your entire benefits until you pay the money back. Typically, overpayment happens with disability benefits. According to a recent report by the Kaiser Family Foundation Health News, 7% of all disability payments that are sent out by the Social Security Administration have some component of overpayment in them. 7%. That is why there is a whopping $21 billion in overpayments that the Social Security Administration is trying to get back. And so if you are on SSDI, typically what happens is that you may have done the trial work period, ticket to work, whatever it is, and you may have not reported your income correctly, or certain things must have changed in your financial situation and have not been reported. That is one of the biggest causes of overpayment with SSDI beneficiaries. So typically what happens is that the Social Security Administration will then send you a letter and then say that you have to pay this within 30 days, or they're going to take your SSDI benefits until you pay it back. So they will do that, and they have other tools available to them also. They can intercept federal tax refunds, they can garnish your wages if you're working. So if you don't pay within 30 days, then you have three things you can do. Number one, you can file an appeal within 30 days. That appeal has to be filed, even though you have 60 days to file the appeal, you must file it in 30 days if you don't want them to take your payments, your future payments. If you don't want to stop the collection efforts from them taking your entire SSDI payments, you have to file that appeal within 30 days. That stops the Social Security Administration from enforcing any collection efforts until they've ruled on your appeal. So, number one, you can file an appeal. Number two, you can request a waiver. A waiver is to say that I can't pay this, and if you take my Social Security benefits, it will cause me a lot of financial stress. And so you're pleading for the Social Security Administration to forgive the overpayment. So that is a waiver. Or if you agree with the amount and you have the money, then you can pay. Those are the three options. If all else fails, you can file and request for a hearing, which is before a judge. And typically, you need to get an attorney who is very well versed in disability overpayment hearings so that they can help you navigate this hearing with a judge. Now, because this has become such a big news, Congress has also gotten involved because a lot of people have been getting these letters. And there was a recent investigative report by the Kaiser Family Foundation Health News and Cox Media Group that put out a comprehensive study of how these overpayments are happening. And what they reported was that the Social Security Administration is sending these letters to vulnerable people, people on disability benefits, people who are on fixed income, and requesting them to pay these thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in 30 days that nobody has waiting, sitting around to be able to make such a payment. So Congress has gotten involved, but I don't know if anything is going to change. In 2022, the Social Security Administration collected $4.7 billion in overpayments, and they still have $21.6 billion left to collect. So if you are in this situation, if you've received a letter, or if you're not sure whether you may have been in an overpayment situation, make sure that you review the rules and understand your asset limits, your resource limits, so that you're not putting yourself in a situation where you are going to receive one of these letters and potentially owe thousands and thousands of dollars. So that is the first news update I wanted to give you. The second one is about COLA for 2025. I know it's early, but this is important to know so that it can help you begin to plan on what you need to do regarding your financial situation, because inflation is going down, because inflation has been trending down, COLA is also going to trend down. If you look at 2020, COLA was 1.6%. 2021, COLA was 1.3%. And the average COLA for the last 20 years has been around 2.6%. So the Senior Citizens League, which is a nonpartisan senior advocacy group, which is very trusted with how they are able to predict COLA based on the data that they are able to collect, they see COLA going to about 2% or less next year. So the 3.2% that we saw that a lot of people were disappointed by, it could only go down from here, given where inflation is going. Well, nothing is guaranteed, but based on where inflation is trending, the projection is that COLA is going to trend downwards. So this is an important information to know because it can help you prepare for future financial issues that you may have to deal with. because the average COLA for SSDI for next year is $54 increase a month. It could be lower in the future. So that is all I have for you today. I hope that the Social Security SSDI payment schedule was helpful to you. If you have any questions about Social Security disability payments, anything at all, let us know in the comment section below. And as I mentioned, we are about bringing you the best news, updates, any information that may affect your Social Security benefits. We want to be the first to bring it to you. So if you are new to our channel and have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the notification so that you'll be the first to know when we release a new video. Thank you for watching.